Northwest Illinois representatives square off in Game 2 of our championship day. The undefeated Dakota Indians, seeking their first state football championship, meet three-time state champions, the Aledo Green Dragons. It's all next on the IHSA TV network.
All right, and we are back at Memorial Stadium. We're just moments away from the start of the Class 2A championship game between the Aledo Green Dragons and the Dakota Indians. The Class 1A game won by the Akwin Bulldogs over the Cambridge Vikings by a final of 30-28 in the first game of the day. But hey, it's time for the 2A game, and to talk more about what should be a terrific matchup, we will send it up to the booth to the two gentlemen who will call today's 2A championship game, Lee Hall and Greg Bradshaw. Take it away, guys.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot, and welcome to Memorial Stadium. We should have a dandy 2A game here today, Greg Bradshaw. And what we've got here today is balance versus power. We've got an Aledo team that goes about 60% run, 40% pass against a Dakota team that's just going to run it right at you.
Yeah, we got two different styles. We've got Aledo that likes to mix things up. We got a real physical team in Dakota. We're going to see some great hitting football today. I think we're going to have a great matchup. Looking forward to a really close game.
Of course, Aledo has been here before, and let's take a look at the road to the state championship for both teams. First, for Dakota, they beat St. Bede in round one handily. Then they got by Morris in 32-15. They beat Lano Winslow in the quarterfinals. Lano Winslow was blown out by Dakota during the regular season, but played them much tougher in the quarterfinals, and then a big 59-20 win over Auburn in the semis. For Aledo, they beat El Paso Gridley 38-7. Then they got by Knoxville. They beat Carthage in what seemed to be at the time maybe the state championship game or a very good precursor to that, but they really took it to the Blue Boys. And then the big semifinal win at home against Westville, 50-14. Aledo's won all their state playoff games by at least 25 points coming in.
Yeah, they have a great offense. They have a great quarterback. We're going to talk about him a little bit later. They run the football. They mix things up, keep the defenses off balance. And then on the flip side, you've got just smash-mouth football on both sides of the ball. It's 3 yards and a cloud of dust on the offense for Dakota, and on the defense, they're going to bring linebackers and try to hit you and get the football and get turnovers.
Aledo has won 3 state championships under Cullen Welter. He is 3-0 here in Champaign in state championship games. Let's take a look at our key players for this ball game coming up here, the 2A state championship. Key player for Aledo, for Dakota rather, Tyler Olson, running back.
Yeah, Tyler's got, as you can see there, 1,700 yards. They have 3 running backs. He's the best of the 3. You're going to see another guy, Matt Wenger, on offense as well. But Tyler Olson is the key to this offense. He needs to get the football.
And they are very predictable when it comes to offense, are the Dakota Indians. Now, offensively, I believe, for Aledo, let's take a look at our key player coming up here for Aledo, a team that is well balanced. Check that, this Dakota defense, Matt Wenger.
Yeah, Matt, he's got 120 tackles, you can see there, and 11 sacks. He's really the embodiment of the personality of this team. He's tough, he's quick, he's physical, and he loves to knock heads.
All right, now Aledo comes in, as we mentioned, well balanced, and offensively, you can take a look at several people for them on offense, but it all begins with the quarterback you mentioned, Adam Hines.
Yeah, Adam, he's had a great year, very smart, heady kid at quarterback. He's got to make a lot of great decisions on the field, whether the audible and the run or pass. He's got 22 touchdowns, as you see there, only 9 interceptions. They got to protect him today to give him a chance to throw the ball effectively.
Defensively, they go with their captain, Kane Thompson, key player for the Dragons coming in here defensively.
Kane's very hungry. He was hurt early in the season. They're so glad to have him back. He is a middle linebacker. He makes tackles all over the field and is going to be responsible today to stop this high-powered running game from Dakota.
All right, we should have ourselves a good ball game here. Aledo, with 3 state championships under their belt under Cullen Welter. Some of these guys were here as 8th graders and freshmen watching the Dragons win state championships. For Dakota, it's their first trip ever in program history. So it should be a good one. We've got that action coming up for you next, right here from Memorial Stadium in Champaign. Don't go away.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, 87, Kirchner. Tackle number 50, Scott Nicholas. At tackle number 57, Ryan Garrett. At end, number 65, Brandon Houghton. At linebacker, number 58, Luke Winterhalter. At linebacker, number 32, Matt Winger. At linebacker, number 41, Chad Gakey. At linebacker, number 31, Paul Graybill. Cornerback, number 2, Jared Benedetto. At cornerback, number 27, Kurt Daffenbaugh. And at safety, number 30, Tyler Olson. The Indians are coached by Jerry Lano. And now the starting offense for the Aledo Green Dragons. At quarterback, number 7, Adam Hines. At fullback, number 25, Trevin Dunn. At tailback, number 42, Justin Allen. At tackle, number 62, Bryce Schroeder. At guard, number 50, Cody Brown. At center, number 55, John Boswell. At guard, number 74, Logan Willits. At tackle, number 71, Jacob Robinson. Tight end, number 34, Kane Thompson. At flanker, number 80, David Beisinger. And at end, number 1, Darren Blazer. The Green Dragons are coached by Cullen Welter.
Take a look at Greg's keys to the game. First for Dakota, Greg.
They go 3 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards. That's what Coach Horst wants to do today. He wants to control the football, keep it out of the hands of Hines and that high-powered Aledo offense, and so he wants to control the football. We want to make it a 4-quarter game if you're Dakota. You want to keep this game close, and your physical play will end up dominating in the 4th quarter. Pound the ball, keep it in control, stay in the game for 4 quarters. And then lastly, a surprise. They lull you to sleep. Again, that's 3 and 4 yards a carry. Then all of a sudden, they play action and try to get a big surprise. So we'll look for that from Dakota. With Aledo, protect the franchise. They've got to protect Hines back there and give him a chance to throw the football to these talented receivers. Secondly, when they're on defense, they need to force 3rd and long. Get Dakota to not do what they're used to doing, and that's throwing the football. Get them in long-yarded situations. And lastly, Aledo wants to win the special teams. They've got great skilled players. They want to make big plays on special teams, and I think today the 2-point conversions are going to be big.
All right, Aledo will get possession of the ball first. Tyler Olson to kick it off for Dakota with the wind at his back. And it is Justin Allen picking it up and taking it across the 40, out near midfield, out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Justin Allen, 29 yards on the kickoff return. And here you get a look at where the 2 schools hail from. Aledo, not too far from the Quad Cities, up past Galesburg, and Dakota up around Rockford Way.
Almost broke it right there. Good start for Aledo. A great execution on their kickoff return. Great blocking up front.
All right, the Dragons, state champions in 98, 2001, and 2002. Begin with the ball at their own 44-yard line. Hines under center. Dunn and Allen in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Hines has a man at midfield and complete. It's Kane Thompson, the tight end. And that's a gain of about 5. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. There's a look at the weather. Kind of a brisk day here in Champaign, Greg.
Yeah, it's actually, you see a little bit of the wind there. I think it'll affect a little bit as you're seeing here. Aledo's going into the wind, but for the most part, it is not bad enough to really affect the passing game, which is good for Aledo.
They call it 2nd down and 6. A little bit of a wishbone look here from the Dragons. Kane Thompson is the up back. And the give is to Allen. He bounces outside across midfield, has running room across the 45 down inside the 45, and he has first down yardage down at about the 44-yard line. Here's a look at the offensive line. Well, that's the offensive line for Dakota. We should be looking at the offensive line for Aledo. Aledo with the ball. They get it 1st and 10 after the gain by Justin Allen. Here's the pitch to Allen again. He tries the right side, and he's stopped there and brought down after very little gain, maybe a loss of one by Paul Graybill, senior defensive back.
Nice job by Dakota. You can see that they do pursue well the ball. Great tackle, open field.
All right, here's the offensive line for Aledo. Bryce Schrader, Cody Brown, John Boswell, the center, Logan Willits, and Jacob Robinson up front. Adam Hines, Trevin Dunn, Justin Allen, Beisinger, Thompson, the tight end. We just saw him catch a pass, and Darren Blazer, the split end. 2nd and 12 now. Call it a loss of 2. Hines back to throw. Flips it toward Trevin Dunn, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like Dakota just got a little bit tangled up. Their defensive back got a little tangled up there, and is going to cause them a 15-yard penalty.
It will be pass interference against the Indians. Dunn was the intended receiver on 2nd and 12, and it'll be first down for the Aledo Dragons. 12-1 coming in here out of the Olympic Conference. Their last year in the Olympic Conference.
Pass interference for the defense. First down.
1st and 10 from the 28 for the Dragons, going into that wind, showing no ill effects throwing the ball.
It's a good start for Aledo to move the ball into the wind like this. Multiple formations. We've seen 6 different formations already in 6 plays.
And that's one thing Jerry Lano was concerned about coming into this game. Hines in the shotgun, hands to Allen, brought down there behind the line of scrimmage by All-Stater Matt Wenger.
Great anticipation there by Wenger. We talked about him in the key player for the game. He moves so well, and he's so quick to the ball. Good example right there for a 3-yard loss. It's going to have to happen all day. Those inside linebackers, a lot of pressure on them because there's so many different formations, so many looks from Aledo.
2nd and 13. That's the 2nd play in a row, not counting the penalty where they've gone backwards. 4 wide receivers this time for the Dragons. Hines under pressure, Wenger right in his face, it drops him at the 45-yard line. Matt Wenger with his 12th sack of the season.
Excellent job. Wenger finds the hole. You'll see right here, he comes through wide open, come from the left side of your screen there. Excellent job finishing off the quarterback. Again, Wenger's their big play man on defense, and you'll see him do a lot of that today.
He called that one right. 3rd and 24 now. That's 3 straight negative yardage plays from scrimmage, totaling 17 yards in the wrong direction for Cullen Welter's Dragons. Hines in the shotgun, throwing into the wind. Instead, hands it off. Allen knocked down. No, it was a fake handoff and a complete pass to Beisinger. Boy, that was a great fake. He got us on that one. And there's a look at our officials for today's game. Congratulations to those gentlemen. Pickup of 9 on that pass play. That was a great fake, Greg.
Yeah, it was a great fake, and it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and long. They're about the 31-yard line, and figure a punt's not going to do too much, so they're going for it. Empty backfield.
Trips receivers to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Hines under center. Pressure. Gets it off. It's complete to Blazer. Fumble. Ball on the ground. Who's got it?
Doesn't matter. It's going to be short. Looks like it's going to be short regardless of who gets it.
And they were going to get the ball anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's short of the first down. It's going to be Dakota ball, first down. Excellent job by the defense. Looks like right now the Coach Horse has decided to bring pressure. They brought everybody on this play. When they spread out with no backs, they brought both inside linebackers, and they're playing man-to-man. Good open field tackle there by Dakota. You can see the attacking defense of Dakota. They don't rest. They come after you.
Indians football, 1st and 10 from their own 19. The give is to Tyler Olson around the far side, and he gets a couple.
Going to see a lot of that today. They got Winger and Olson. They either give it to the fullback inside or they run the cross sweep, which is what we saw right there, to Olson. But that's it. This is exactly what they want to do, 2 to 3 yards a carry. That's the style we're going to see most of the day from Dakota.
Darren Olson is the center. Tyler Olson is his cousin. Now wishbone backfield for Dakota, and a receiver split to the near side. The handoff went to Wenger, and he's brought down after a couple. Check that. Benedetto, the carrier.
Good effort right there to get in the backfield by number 69. And he got back in there and made a great, almost a tackle, but got the rhythm out of the offense and caused only a 1-yard gain.
They call it no gain and brings up 3rd and 7. Wenger and Olson in the backfield. Darren Olson back to throw. Short little dump off pass for a little or no gain. A host of Aledo tacklers there as they bring down Kevin Kirchner.
Excellent job by the linebackers there to keep them in front and to keep them short of the first down.
There's the Aledo defensive line and linebackers. Kane Thompson, the main man in there, our key defensive player of the game. Blazer, Murdoch, Dunn, and Clayton Rush. Now the punt for Dakota. Luke Winterhalter's kick up with the wind helping him a little bit. And it will roll dead and be down at the 45-yard line. Kick of 29 for Winterhalter. And that's where Aledo will take over with 6 minutes to go. A quick moving first quarter here.
Talked to Coach Horst, and he said on the special teams they did not want to punt the ball where those Aledo backs could return it. So they're trying to punt the ball as best they can out of bounds or even actually short so they don't get a chance to return the football.
Thompson in motion for the Dragons. Here's the give to Allen. Picks his way through and hit very hard after a gain of maybe 3. Tyler Olson put a lick on it.
Again, great job by those linebackers. You get an opportunity when you're watching this game from home, take a look at the inside linebackers of Dakota, how they attack. There was Matt Winger was across the line of scrimmage and met his blocker that was trying to block him 2 yards into the Aledo backfield, which opened up the opportunity for other defenders to come in and make a great play.
Gain of 3 for the junior. Justin Allen brings up 2nd and 7. Back to throw is Hines. He's got it complete to Dunn, who is out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 and very close to a first down.
Coach Welter makes a good call here. He knows that they're coming with pressure. You saw those inside linebackers, if you're watching them come on the play, a quick pass is a smart thing to do. Get the ball off quickly before those guys can get to the quarterback.
No score here, 5:15 to go. 5:15 to go first quarter, backs in the eye. Here comes David Beisinger in motion to the near side. Hines keeps it himself. Now pitches to Allen and brought down there. Tyler Olson again, no gain on that play. Boy, this Dakota defense is coming fired up, Greg.
Yeah, again, there's another example. Tyler Olson, the speed and quickness on defense. There was a hole here. You'll see this. Watch as here comes Hines. He looks like there's a great opening, a lot of room. There's a nice opportunity for a pitch. Tyler Olson comes flying in, makes a great play, great pursuit, and that's the strength of this defense, great quickness.
And it looks like Aledo has called timeout. Cullen Welter not happy with the performance of his offense to this point. A couple of 1 no gain and 3 plays going backwards. That's very unlike this team.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to make some adjustments, Coach Welter and his staff, because there's so much pressure coming on. They're gonna have to do some of those quick passes, maybe some outside runs here, because there's so much pressure on the inside between the tackles. So I think you'll see them running outside a little bit, trying to negate that with the linebackers coming inside.
There you see they averaged 213 yards on the ground, 168 via the pass. If you break that down percentage-wise, it's about 56% rushing and 44% passing. So that's pretty good balance, especially when you compare it to Dakota, who's about 83%, 17% pass.
Yeah, it doesn't
rushing to passing.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how you get your yards, whether it's through the air or through the ground. Both teams are good offensively. It's going to come down to defense. Who plays the best defense of this football game?
2nd and 9 for the Dragons. Little shovel pass to Darren Blazer, who gets about 5 yards maybe on that one.
Again, you can see some of the diversity now. They run the shuffle pass. Aledo has a lot of offensive plays, a lot of different looks, and a lot of different styles they can play. Big down here, 3rd and 4.
Third and 4, wishbone backfield. Now they split out of that. And Allen is the lone setback. He gets the handoff and he's brought down after maybe a gain of a yard. Wenger there for the tackle.
Well, you're going to enjoy this football game by watching Matt Wenger if you get an opportunity, because he just made another great play. They came on him with a great blocker, made a great block on him, but he shucked off the block and met Dunn in the backfield. So great defense.
Here's a look at the Dakota front on 4th and 3. The Dragons will go for it here. Hines looks to the side and has Blazer for a first down. Darren Blazer, the 6'3" junior, was pretty much on the seat of his pants when he made that catch.
Yeah, that was a big play, good catch. Here it comes in your replay here. Just a 3-step drop here from Hines. Delivers the ball, it's low, but he goes down and grabs it, gets the first down and moves the change. Good execution, and first down, Aledo.
Seven yards on the catch, and now it's wide open. Hines by himself. No, that's Blazer lining up at quarterback that time, and the Dragons will do that. It's the 1 and the 7 look a lot alike from up top here, but Blazer played quarterback for Aledo up through junior high, and they will do that every once in a while to throw off the defense. It didn't work that time.
They might not do it too much more after that result.
Blazer's brother was an all-state receiver for Aledo when they won back in 2001. 2nd and 10. Give is to Allen. Nowhere to go. Guess who? Matt Wenger. Two-time state champion wrestler, is tough as nails and then some.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something to block Wenger. Here you see him. He reads the play, slides down the line of scrimmage, comes off the blocker, makes the tackle. Excellent linebacker play. Doesn't overrun the play, but does a nice job keeping his eye on the running back and making a big tackle. Brings up another 3rd and long for Aledo.
3rd and 11. Minute 40 to go, first quarter, no score. 2A state championship game. Wenger shows blitz. Here comes Hines now, scrambling out and finding Blazer, who stays in bounds and gets the first down. It's like the new movie, Walk the Line. Johnny Cash, he walked that line and got the first down.
Good execution again here by Aledo. Here's the defense first. I'll let you go through that, Lee.
Kirshner, Nicholas, Garrett, and Houghton, the defensive line for Dakota. Linebackers, Winterhalter. We've seen Wenger all day. Gakey and Graybill, the other guys in the middle. Then it's Benedetto, Doffenbaugh, and Olson defensively in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 20. After a gain of 12. Here's the handoff to Allen. He's got a little room, more room than he's had for the last several plays anyway. And he gets about 6 that time. Justin Allen on the run.
Coach Welter's going to like to see it. That's the first time that offensive line has really got off the football and driven that Dakota defense back, and they'll take a gain of 7 yards. They need to see more of those positive yards on first down.
Allen right at 1,500 yards on the season coming into today's ball game. Into the final minute of the first quarter. It's gone quickly. 2nd and 3 for the Dragons. It gives to Allen. He stumbles and gets the first down maybe. He's inside the 10. Might be just a little bit short. Kind of sidestepped the pack there.
Yeah, here you can see the ball to Allen. He makes a nice cut. Wenger just gets a piece of his foot there and trips him up. And then his teammates come in and finish it off. Another good play by Wenger.
They will measure. Some of the concerns for Cullen Welter coming in, Dakota, wasn't their size, but he's concerned with the blitzes. They mix it up well defensively, and they get off the ball well defensively, and they have shown all of that here. And there you see the distance that Aledo is short. 3rd and 1 for the Dragons of Aledo.
As impressive as the Dakota defense has been early, Aledo's right here knocking on the door. So, you know, they are still got to be happy with the way they've been moving the ball.
One of Cullen Welter's assistants.
Blazer, the quarterback.
It is Blazer. Allen is the lone back. Blazer keeps it himself. Gets outside and falls forward for a yard or two and the first down.
He did just enough. I'm a little bit surprised they went outside with Blazer, but they got the job done, but not by much.
Blazer gets maybe a yard or so, and it was enough for the first down. 1st and goal for Aledo here. As time runs out here in the first quarter, it's Aledo 1st and goal from the 8 when we return to 2A state championship football. Back after these local messages.
And look at these 3 guys right here. They've got the chest painted green and no shirts on. This is Dallas, Ethan, and Brett. First of all, I'm going to ask you, Brett, are you cold? You can tell the truth.
It's freezing out here.
But hey, you got to be a fan.
Yeah.
Brett, or Ethan, where'd you get the idea to do this?
Some of the high schools are playing right now. When we were here in 2001, 2002, they painted their chests and did this when they were here.
All right, real quick, Dallas, you going to keep your shirt off the whole game?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right, back up to the booth to Lee and Greg. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, let's check in with them after a couple hours in this weather. Here's the handoff to Trevin Dunn on 1st and goal. He bounces inside, fights off a tackler, and Trevin Dunn is in for the score. 8 yards for Trevin Dunn, and the Dragons are on the board.
Excellent job up front again to give Dunn just a little bit of a hole, and he bounces off a couple of tacklers. Great job by the Aledo offense to get in the end zone. That entire first quarter, Dakota ran 3 plays, Lee, 3 plays from the offensive side of the ball.
That is unbelievable. And now they'll do the little lone, what do you call this, the lone polecat kind of thing? Or
I don't know, but we've seen this, and they look up from the box and decide what they're going to do. Blazer,
left side, 2-point conversion's good. We saw them do that on tape against Carthage, and it works very well for them. 8-0. Aledo jumps out to the lead on the first play of the second quarter. Back after these local messages. And welcome back. Aledo with the 8-0 lead. The Dragon cheerleaders with plenty to cheer about. 14-play drive, 55 yards. Greg, 6:05, and Hines was a perfect 7 for 7 passing.
Yeah, that was a great drive. And we talked about earlier that Dakota wanted to control the football, but Aledo's giving them a little dose of their own medicine here with ball control football and getting the points on the board. Excellent drive from Aledo, and Coach Welter's got to be a little more happy now. It looks like he was a little angry early in the first quarter.
Tyler Cady the kick. And it will be Tyler Olson bringing it back out to the 30, 35, 40, out near midfield, one man to beat, hops over him, inside the 40, and finally brought down at the 35-yard line. 58-yard return for Tyler Olson, and special teams jumping up and rearing their heads here.
Excellent return, great execution on the blocking. There were guys out in front. I thought he was gone. There were 4 or 5 Dakota Indians out in front of Tyler, and excellent job by Aledo actually just to make a game-saving tackle. But Dakota needed this. They need a little spark. They only ran 3 plays, as we said earlier in the first quarter. They needed a spark to get going.
Winger is the lone back. Now a man in motion, and it's Winger right up the gut. And bounces off a tackler and gains about 4. There you get a look at the numbers on that scoring drive, as we mentioned. 14 plays, 55 yards. Ate up 6 minutes of clock, and Trevin Dunn right up the middle for 8 yards for the touchdown, his 11th of the season. Winger got 4 on that first play from scrimmage, 2nd and 6. It's Tyler Olson this time up the gut, and he's grabbed by Jacob Robinson and gets maybe a couple. Robinson's a 5'10", 215-pound senior. Aledo not real big up front, but they are quick. And you're going to look at the scoring for Dakota. Third and 3. Ball at the 27. Here's the pitch to Winger around the left side. And he's got first down yardage inside the 20.
Great call there. As they saw inside, Aledo was loading up inside between the tackles. A little pitch to Winger. Good blocking on the outside. First down, Dakota.
Matt Winger, 1,100 yards on the season, averages 7 yards per carry each time he touches the ball. 1st and 10 from the 19. Winger again. And he is tough to bring down. One guy is not going to do it. Down to the 11. Pickup of 8.
You could see the strength of Winger. You could tell he's been in the weight room. Coach Horst was talking about they got a lot of weight room rats, and Winger's their lead dog, and he's been great all year, and you can see the strength as he pulls the defenders an extra 3 or 4 yards after the first hit.
2-time state champion in wrestling, and he will go for 3 straight coming up this winter. Here he is again, and down at about the 5-yard line. Another first down. Well, the Indians didn't get much going offensively. They only had those 3 plays, but they don't appear to be any worse for wear here as we open the second quarter.
Well, that gave that kickoff return. We talked about special teams being important and one of our keys for Aledo, and they allowed a big play on special teams, gave momentum back to Dakota, and they're taking advantage of it behind the running of Winger.
1st and goal from the 5. Here's the pitch to Olson. He's brought down, but gets maybe a yard or 2. Clayton Rush with the shoestring tackle.
Rush makes a nice play. He comes from the outside here. A little pitch play. He's unblocked. He comes up and makes a nice one-on-one open field tackle. Wraps up well and allows Dakota to get for a short gain. Brings up a 2nd and short now. 2nd and 4 looks like for Paydirt.
2nd and goal from the 4. Winger and Olson in the backfield. Man in motion is Gakey. The pitch is to Tyler Olson. Tries to get outside. Gets down to the 1 where he's driven out of bounds by Darren Blazer.
They'll take that positive yardage to get within 1 yard. I got to think that they're going to give the ball to Winger here, and I think everybody in the stadium knows it, but I don't know. It'll be tough to keep him out.
Olson got 3 that time. Ball inside the 2 on 3rd down and goal. Wenger up the gut, and that's 6. Matt Wenger, the senior, with his 18th rushing touchdown of the season.
Nothing special about that. Quarterback Olsen opens up to the left, hands it off to Wenger. Wenger goes behind excellent blocking from the left tackle, left guard for 6 points. Big play here. I think we're going to see them go for 2 all day. Big play here for Aledo on defense.
Dakota goes for 2 to try and tie things up. Wenger tripped up and short. So the PAT is no good, and it will remain an Aledo lead, 8-6 with 7:59 to go here in the second. The Dragon likes that.
Yeah, we talked about 2-point conversions being big early when we started the keys of the game. Dakota Indians go for 2. Here's a little look. Here's the touchdown here, just an open to the left. Nice blocking there. No problem getting into the end zone. And Aledo stiffened on the 2-point conversion, which keeps the lead for them. And I think, again, those 2-point conversions will be big today.
So Dakota is on the board. 8 plays after that big Tyler Olsen kickoff return of 58 yards, and the Indians get on the board 12-0 coming into this ball game. First championship game ever for Dakota. They made the semifinals in Class 1A in 1999, lost to Carthage, the eventual state champions back in '99. That is as close as Jerry Lano has ever gotten in his 32 years of coaching to the state championship game. This is his first championship game. We talked to him for a few minutes before the game today, and he said he admitted to being a little bit nervous going into this ball game. Kickoff goes to Aledo, and they bring it back. Clark brings it up to about the 33-yard line. Dennis Clark, the sophomore, on the return, and that's where Aledo will take over here with 7:53 to go in the second quarter, leading 8-6, and now the wind at Aledo's back. We'll see how that affects their play calling here.
Yeah, I think that it's not enough wind that it's going to change the way Coach Welter calls the game, but it is a little bit better for Adam that he can throw with the wind, a little more accuracy with the wind with you.
Hines, the junior quarterback, under center. Gives to Allen. Big hole this time for Allen, and he's out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 7 for Justin Allen.
Aledo's doing a little bit better job up front now. You've seen the last 4 or 5 plays they've run on offense. Those offensive linemen are opening up holes, and Tyler Olsen scoots through. Great open field tackle, though, in the backfield. Number 30, Tyler Olsen's good on defense, and it's tough to bring down Allen one-on-one. He did a nice job there.
2nd and 3 for the Dragons from their own 40-yard line. Hines back to throw. Looks downfield. Allen couldn't hang on. A little bit high for him. Tyler Olsen was there in coverage. And it'll bring up 3rd and 3 for Aledo.
Actually, do the rollout that Aledo likes to do. They had 3 receivers out there. He could go 3 levels, either deep for the home run, middle level to Allen, or short to Dunn, and he chose to go to Allen, and just a little too tough for him to bring down.
7:15 to go here, second quarter action. Aledo 2 of 4, both teams 50% on 3rd down conversions to this point. Thompson, the man in motion. Hines sacked. Brandon Houghton with the sack. His 11th sack of the season, and that puts Aledo in a hole, and they'll have to kick it away.
Looks like he was going to try to throw someone underneath here, and there was a mix-up in the plays. He was going to throw the shuffle pass forward, and his running back didn't come through, so he had nothing to do. And great defensive play by Houghton.
Luckily for Aledo, he hung on to the ball. Yeah. Tyler Cady back to punt for Aledo. He stands at his own 19-yard line. Kick is away. Great kick. Booming kick over Tyler Olsen's head. Unfortunately for Aledo, it bounces into the end zone. That was a whale of a kick for Tyler Cady, who averages 35 yards per punt.
Yeah, it was a 66-yard punt. Great kick, and Dakota will start at the 20-yard line. And again, the special teams always being big in a championship game, and a nice kick there.
So it will be the Aledo defense trying to step up here. They allow just under 11 points per game. They only allow 5 touchdowns in the playoffs coming into this ball game. 1st and 10 for the Indians from their own 20. Wenger is the lone setback, and now the man in motion gets the ball, and it'll be a gain of about 2 that time for Tyler Olson. Check that. Kevin Kirchner with the carry.
Good job by the backside of Aledo defense here. They ran a little counter, direction going to the right, coming back with a running back to the other way, and great defense staying home and making the tackle.
2nd and 7, just under 6 minutes to go now here in the first half. Wishbone look this time from Dakota. Olson with the handoff to his cousin Tyler Olson. He gets a couple.
This is great for Coach Lano. You know, he's over 200 victories in his career, and he's never made it to the state championship, as you mentioned earlier. What a great opportunity to be here for him and his family. I just want to give congratulations out to him, and really a payoff of a great career.
3rd and 3. Darren Olson keeps it and doesn't have anywhere to go. Rough collision there. Clayton Rush ran right into him, and they both fell to the ground, and Rush is slow to get up.
Yeah, looks like he hurt his ankle. He's limping off here.
And it looks like it's heavily taped to begin with. Clayton Rush is one of the Aledo defensive backs who can come up and lay a pretty good lick on the opposing player, and he is having trouble getting off the field. That ankle, you can see, the right ankle's not taped at all, but that left one's got about a roll of tape on it.
Yeah, and Clayton has a lot of courage. He's only 5'5", 125 pounds, and he came up there and make a great tackle. He can deliver a great hit, and it's unfortunate for him. Looks like he'll be out at least for a while, if not the rest of the game.
See the yardage breakdown there for both teams. Winterhalter back to punt, stands at his own 15, gets it away. Big rush there by Aledo. Ball bouncing at midfield, almost hit the Aledo player, but it will be down at the 44-yard line. That's where Aledo will take over with an 8-6 lead. 4:51 to go here. Second quarter, back after these messages on the IHSA TV network. And welcome back. Belated happy Thanksgiving wishes to you and yours. Aledo leading here 8-6. There's one of the turkeys that survived yesterday. 8-6. The Dragons with the lead over the Dakota Indians here. A mixed 2-point conversion, the difference in this ball game so far.
Yeah, it's been a pretty well played game on both sides. There hasn't been any real big mistakes, and I think we're going to see a good football game for 4 quarters. And you see Coach Welter there. He was shivering a little earlier. He doesn't look too bad right now. He just had a huddle of kids around him, but he's got the shorts on today. He's a tough guy, and we're trying to prove it to his kids how he dressed for the state championship today.
I asked him about that, and he said, well, it's a tradition. You can't break with tradition. He's a better man than me. Wishbone this time for the Dragons. And the reverse to Blazer. He can throw it. Looks downfield, underthrown, and it was even underthrown to the defender. Tyler Olson dove back. Really wasn't anybody open that time.
Yeah, he really didn't have much to do there. He actually probably should have kept it. He would have got 4 or 5 yards on the run, but he's fortunate that it didn't get intercepted.
They'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Dragons. They'll be joining new super conference over in their area, a 30-team conference. They'll be in the same division as Carthage, another perennial state power. They'll be banging heads once a year now in conference action.
That'll be a great game to be every year. I think those two teams have a great tradition, and it's usually one of the two, it seems like, in this game, if not both.
2nd and 10. We saw them play each other a few years back. Here comes the blind side, and it's a fumble, and it's recovered by Dakota. Scott Nicholas fell on the ball, and it will be Indians ball at the Dragons' 31-yard line. I don't know if I said it. I thought it the last time he got sacked. He was lucky he hung onto the ball. This time He didn't.
You don't see it come off the corner. He's looking over here to the left, and here comes, who's that, number 69?
65, Brandon Houghton.
Was it Brandon Houghton? Excellent job coming off the corner. We've talked about it. They are bringing people, and they have to get rid of the ball quickly. Adam Hines cannot hold the football because they're bringing linebackers, and they're off the corner. So great defense there from Dakota.
I believe that's Houghton's second sack of the game. There's Benedetto, and he doesn't get very far.
He almost lost the football, too. It kind of, Benedetto dropped it. It kind of floated up in the air, and he covered it up. It was a good thing, or we'd have a back-to-back turnovers.
No gain there.
You got to credit the secondary there of Dakota doing a good job, because Adam Hines did want to get that ball off quickly, but had nowhere to go, allowing Houghton to get in for the sack.
2nd and 11. They say Benedetto actually lost a yard. Now here's Darren Olson with the pass. It's complete. Complete to Tyler Olson, and it didn't pick up much. And that's the thing, Darren Olson won't throw very much, Jerry Lano says. They'll throw just enough to try and keep the defense honest.
Yeah, they throw about 10 times a game, and normally they usually like to go a little bit deeper, but the deep receiver was covered there. Excellent job by the underneath coverage, limiting to a 2-yard gain.
3rd and 8 now. Backs in the eye this time. 2 receivers to the near side. Flag on the play. Olson faked a pass and tried to throw off the defender. It's complete, out of bounds. Incomplete, I should say. Olson made the catch, but he was out of bounds, and there is a flag on the play. And it came very early from the back judge.
It looks like it's going to be illegal motion against the Dakota.
Illegal motion on the offense. Penalties declined. 4th down.
There's the word from the field. So decision time for Jerry Lano on 4th and 8.
I'm going to think about it, looks like. Call timeout here.
Jerry Lano, 17th year at Dakota, 107-61, his career mark at Dakota. 32 years in coaching. He spent 15 years in Minnesota, a couple years at Grand Meadows, Minnesota, and then Underwood, Minnesota. He's done a great job. He describes himself as old school. He goes back to the Woody Hayes days, you know.
That's right.
3 yards, cloud of dust kind of thing.
Yeah, he does.
All you get is, you don't get dust anymore. You get like tire chips.
You get that little rubber sand mix. 3 yards and a little rubber sand mix. Yeah, he likes to play real, just tough, hard-nosed football. I talked to him too, and just about his defense. He really prides himself in playing great defense.
There you get a look at Aledo, 86th season of football. The 1915 team went 0-4. No football again then until 1920, but Cullen Welter has just done a remarkable job. He's an area guy. He's from Mahomet. He ran track here at the University of Illinois. This is a big homecoming for him, and he has proven his teams have felt very much at home here at Memorial Stadium, 3-0 in 3 state championship games coming into today. Yeah,
you can tell the kids play with a lot of confidence, and you can tell he has good command with the kids. They have good respect for him. But they have a lot of class, too. Not just great football, but they also have a lot of class in the way they play.
On 4th and 8, the Indians will go for it. Olson back to throw. Looks down the middle. A lot of contact. No flag. They'll say it's incidental. Tyler Olson was the intended receiver. Darren Blazer was there on the coverage. There was contact, but they'll say incidental contact, and it will be Aledo ball on the change of possession.
Good pressure from Cody Brown on that play. Defensive end for Aledo got in the face of Olson. He had to get rid of the ball. Really wasn't ready to throw it, but the pressure made him throw it early, resulting in the incomplete and the turnover on downs. Good job by Cody Brown.
3:20 to go here, second quarter, 8-6. Aledo with the lead and the ball. They'll start this drive from their own 30-yard line. Handoff is to Allen, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Justin Allen, 121 yards in the semifinal win against Westville. 110 of those in the first quarter. That's what kind of game that was, and this is nothing like that.
No, both teams in their semifinal game really didn't have a football game they were in, and so I think it's good that at least we're seeing a good football game here.
2nd and 9. Hines back to throw, looking for Blazer. Benedetto right there, good coverage. And Blazer did a nice job of breaking it up. The receiver acting as defender that time.
Yeah, I think Adam had a receiver short that he could have hit, but he wanted to go for the big play here. You'll see, again, a 3-step drop, looking here to the left. He goes, you see them right there, he had a receiver down the middle open, but he goes for the bigger throw. Pretty good job by Blazer to break it up, good coverage.
Darren, we mentioned his brother was an all-state receiver, but Darren, his brother was 5'8", 5'9". Darren's 6'3". And just a junior, and you look at this Aledo lineup and the skill players, Hines Jr., Allen Jr., Blazer Jr., they'll be back in a force next year. 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz, shuffle pass, Thompson, but he's nailed in the backfield by Chad Gakey. Chad Gakey, a sophomore linebacker for Dakota with the big stick there on 3rd and 10.
Excellent job. Coach Welter tries to run a play that really takes advantage of a really aggressive rush to throw the shuffle pass underneath it, but excellent job there by the defensive line, making the right play and causing a big loss and bringing up 4th down.
Adam Hines, there you look at his number, 7 for 8, 60 yards. That 62% percentage rate, completion rate coming into the ball game.
This has been a really interesting first half, and it's kind of a cat and mouse game between coaches. Coach Horst is bringing a lot of people, kind of guessing where they're coming from. I think Coach Welter's trying to make plays, trying to call plays that are taking advantage of that aggressiveness, and sometimes he'll hit it, make the right call, or other times he doesn't. So that's why you'll see the negative plays one play and then maybe a 4 or 5, 6, 7 yard gain the next, because it's kind of a guessing game right now. It's a good job on both sidelines by coaches. So we're seeing a really interesting first half.
Chilly day in the stands here, but she's happy so far. Aledo the 8-6 lead, 4th and 11.
They're 55. This time the backs are 55 yards back waiting for this kick.
Katie nailed the last one. And
another good kick, really.
This one is taken at the 35-yard line.
Doffenbaugh
nailed.
Kane Thompson.
Big hit. Thompson, yeah.
Big hit. And it was a good thing he made this play because there was no one behind Thompson. He was off to the races. He'll get the chance to see. Here's another good kick. About another 40-yard kick. You'll see here that they're running a return to the left. See all the Dakota men on the left here? There's Kane Thompson. If he doesn't make the play, it's touchdown. And Kane Thompson really delivers a big blow and really saved a big play.
You can hear the fans go ooh and ah downstairs when they saw that on the replay. Olsen back to throw. Pressure. Almost brought down. Gets it away. Almost picked off. Colin Murdoch from Aledo got a hand on it, but it's incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 2:07 to go in the first half.
Good pressure up front and then good coverage in the backfield. All around good defense from Aledo. Really a kind of an ill-advised throw there by Olsen because it could have easily been picked off. There was really no one open, but good job on the defensive side of the ball.
There were about 4 or 5 green jerseys down there. They closed at the ball quickly. 2nd and 10 now for the Indians. The handoff is to Tyler Olsen, and he falls forward at the 45. Pickup of about 8. It'll be 3rd and a long 2.
Nice job. That's what Coach Horst wants to see. Positive yards. They've taken a little more chances, I think, with the passing game than I expected. They've thrown the ball more. Instead of using it as surprise, they're really throwing, I don't know, they may have 5 or 6 pass plays already. I think they want to get back to the running game.
3rd and 2. Here's Tyler Olsen. He runs into a wall. It'll be very close. And it looks like it's going to be about a yard short.
Just short.
And the Indians will have to kick it away with 1:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
You know, it's tough when you get in these games. You know, all year Dakota's been able to just run through people. And normally when they're probably in the regular season, they go for this in this situation. But when you're playing a good football team, you can't afford to make big mistakes and lose field position, so he's going to have to punt the ball here. But it's hard for a coach like that just runs through people all year and be able to make those kind of decisions. But I think this is a good call from Coach Lano.
Winterhalter to kick. Blazer is back, and that you can see the wind catch that. It almost hit Trevin Dunn, and now Blazer picks it up at the 26-yard line and brought down after a gain of just a couple. That's twice now that the punt has hit the ground and almost struck an Aledo blocker in the foot.
Yeah, they have to find the ball, particularly in a windy day. That ball looks like it's going to go way over your head. All of a sudden the wind brings it back and you almost get hit.
There you get a look at the playoff appearances for Dakota and Aledo. 8 consecutive appearances for Dakota, but they've never been this far before, and that is the question. Look at it, Aledo's playoff record, 36-10 down through the years. All under Cullen Welter. They're going for their 4th state title in the last 8 seasons. 56 seconds to go here, first half. Hines pitches wide to Justin Allen. He tries to get outside and nothing doing there. He's brought down after a gain of about a yard. Tyler Olson there for the tackle.
I think Coach Welter is going to realize this when he gets into halftime talks with his team and his coaches, that they're going to have a real hard time getting outside with this Dakota defense because they run so well sideline to sideline. I think they've seen some positive yards in between the tackles, and I think you'll probably see a little bit more of that, and they'll realize they can't get to the outside.
Time winding down here, second quarter, 22 seconds. 2nd and 9 for Aledo. They go to the wishbone. The give is to Allen to the left side, not much there. And it looks like both teams will be content to let the clock run out here at halftime. And that's how it will end here. 8-6, our halftime score. Aledo by virtue of a 2-point conversion, and you can see them holding up 4 fingers as they run off the field. They play 4 quarters and play them hard, and they lead after 2 quarters here, 8-6. Let's go downstairs to Mike Cleff.
And thanks, Greg. We are here with Aledo coach Cullen Welter. And Cully, on the good side, you had the lead, which is good. You made a big defensive stand as well. And Cully, how big was that at that point in the game?
The defense has played well. Other than giving up that big kick return, I think our defense has done fine. Our offense, we're making mental errors that we don't normally make. I don't understand why. We're not picking up their blitzes. We're going to have to reevaluate what we're doing right now at halftime.
You just get the feeling on Dakota, number 32 and number 30, Olson and Wenger. Those are 2 guys I'm sure you're going to talk about with your offense addressing and blocking them at the half.
Yeah, we really adjusted this week in practice. 32 is a very good player, and he comes a lot, and we were hopefully going to be accounting for him, but we haven't been able to do it so far. So like I said, we need to reevaluate right now.
One more thing, Cully, this is just the type of game where hanging on the ball is going to be critical. I mean, this is going to come down what's shaping up to be a final possession game.
It's a defensive ball game right now, and yeah, we got to make sure we limit any kind of mistakes, including turnovers.
Thanks, Cully. Good luck second half.
Thank you.
All right. That is Aledo coach Cullen Welter. 8-6. His team is leading at the half, but Lee and Greg, as you heard, his offense, he wants them to do a better job in the second half, to say the Aledo Green Dragon cheerleaders, and we have the mascot here right now. He should be flexing because the Green Dragons lead the Dakota Indians at halftime by a score of 8-6. Well, we got to stay warm, so let's have the Aledo Green Dragon cheerleaders do a cheer.
Dragons, come on, yell, green and play. Dragons, come on, yell, green and play. Dragons, come on, yell, green and play.
And as you just heard from and watched, those are the Aledo Green Dragon cheerleaders, and the 2 captains are right here, and they're going to stand up. And this is Jackie, and this is Christy, and we're going to start with, first of all, Christy. Christy, first of all, the weather is obviously less than ideal today.
It's freezing.
It's freezing. Well, at least you get to move around some.
True. It's really fun.
All right, but still, this is not ideal. But anyway, hey, bottom line is you got a team in the state championship game. And what's it like to root for a Green Dragons football team that seems like they're awesome every year?
It's an amazing feeling because our fans are great and it just makes us want to cheer even harder every game. So this game's really, really nice to have.
Christy, you're one of the co-captains. What year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
Senior. Have you been a cheerleader all 4 years in high school?
Yes, I have.
What's the best part about being a cheerleader here?
I like cheering for the Green Dragons because we're the best, so yeah.
Nothing wrong with saying that if it's true. So, and now we have the other co-captain for the Aledo Green Dragon cheerleaders. And Jackie, along those lines, have you cheered? Are you a senior, first of all?
Yes.
And have you been a cheerleader all 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Do you get nervous for games just like the players do?
Oh, no. Not at all. Not at all. We have a great team and we have great fans. We can't get nervous for that.
All right. Well, we were talking earlier with the athletic director, Brian Dennison, and I was at your game last Saturday, and the atmosphere at a home football game there is unbelievable. You kind of go down in that sunken level and everything. How hyped does the town get for a game there?
Oh, man. I can't even describe it. Like, it's the whole week is just game. Focus for the game, and it's awesome. Like, anyone that goes there that's not from Aledo just walks away speechless because it's so, the atmosphere is awesome.
I would agree. Jackie Christie, bottom line is here, and real quick, how awesome is the mascot?
He is awesome. He rocks.
All right, Jackie Christie, thank you. All the cheerleaders and Aledo, good luck in the second half. And right now, we'll send it to a local break. All right, welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We're at halftime of the Class 2A game between the Aledo Green Dragons and the Dakota Indians. Aledo leading 8-6. And right now, we're going to talk about a book. The book is called Why Mascots Have Tails. Fred Willman, a longtime Naperville School District teacher, had an idea and interest in a somewhat strange field, the field of high school mascots. We sat down with Fred a while back, and in this installment, he talks about the origins of mascots in Illinois.
Illinois high schools didn't have mascots until about the late 1920s and early 1930s. It turns out that back at that time, there weren't enough high schools to have any interscholastic athletic competition, or hardly any. But at the end of World War II, a lot of high schools were built with the idea that there would be a lot more high school graduates. Up until that time, an 8th grade education was about as far as many folks went because they had to go work. But after World War I, they started building a lot more high schools, and that increased athletic competition because the schools were closer to each other. And even then, there weren't mascot names. But, you know, certain teams or certain situations would come up, and a team or a year of athletes would get a nickname, and the name would catch on, and then they would decide to call that team that name forever. And once other schools saw that other schools had names, they started getting names themselves. So that's really how it caught on in the late 1920s and early 1930s. Probably the schools that had the mascot names first were in the Chicagoland area. And it's simply because there were more schools here. The schools were closer together. That really is the only reason. I don't know who was the first, but I do know that when I find out the years that the unusual named schools have mascot names, it usually turns out to be in the Chicago area first in the late 1920s.
All right, and we will be right back after we have this local break.
And we are back, halftime. Aledo leading Dakota 8-6. There you see the Dakota band. Max Scaduto is filling in for one of the football players. The football players play with the band, but Memorial Stadium's too big, so Max is filling in on drums there. So
he's probably the one that's out of rhythm right there.
Oh, come on now. Big chance to play on the big stage here at Memorial Stadium. Let's take a look at our first half statistics, and not a lot of scoring. The defense is dominated, and look at those rushing yards. 6 rushing yards for Aledo. A lot of those negative yards took away from the gains that they did get.
Yeah, Adam Hines got sacked 3 times for minus 31 yards. They did never really establish any running game in the first half. Adam Hines was pretty effective through the air, just enough to get them into the end zone, but really a defensive struggle. Really, actually enjoyable defense. I really enjoyed watching both defenses play real tough, hard-nosed football in the first half.
Only 1 penalty so far, pass interference against Dakota. The time of possession, Dakota picked that up. It was really lopsided towards Aledo earlier. There you get a look at, again, at completions. Hines started off 7 for 7 throwing. Dakota Olson 2 for 5. Third down conversions, both teams 2 for 6. Aledo converted 1 fourth down. Dakota 0 for 1 in that category. Here's a look at some of the first half highlights. Not a lot doing offensively for either team. This is the first score of the game. Trevin Dunn, an 8-yard touchdown run on the first play of the second quarter.
Yeah, Trevin Dunn got a little bit of an opening there, made a couple of great moves to get in the end zone. One of the only highlights really from the running game in the first half. Here's the 2-point conversion, the difference in the game right there. Great call from Cullen Welter. And here you see Wenger sliding in from 3 yards out to get their only score of the first half. But we said it was really a defensive struggle, and both coaches right now got to be trying to figure out how they can start to move the football in a consistent way. I think I know Coach Welter's got to figure out how to get some people on Matt Wenger. He played a great first half.
8-6 our score here at halftime. We've got more IHSA football coming your way. We'll be back at Memorial Stadium after these local messages. Aledo with an 8-6 lead over Dakota. The Dragons of Aledo going for their 4th state championship in the last 8 years. One state champion already in the books today, as you see Attitude strutting his stuff here at Memorial Stadium. Really a well-played, close ball game in the 1A state championship. Freeport-Aquin with a 2-point win over Cambridge in 1A, 30-28. Jim Spencer and Steve Mays will be back for the call of the 3A title game. Lano Unity against Bureau Valley, and then Greg and I will be back tonight in 4A. Could be a history-making night, Greg. Driscoll taking on Newton. Driscoll Catholic going for their unprecedented 5th straight state title.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. Driscoll brings in, again, a typical Driscoll team, very physical. Newton throws the football almost every down. Should be a great matchup tonight.
Looking forward to it, but first, we've got a state championship to be decided here in Class 2A, and if you'd like to contact us, please feel free. IHSATV@hotmail.com. Be kind with those comments, though, please. Those fragile egos, you know. Well, it's a lot of fun. We've looked forward to this all season long and enjoyed being a part of it. Always good to see Greg Bradshaw in the booth with us. So feel free to give us an email if you like here on this day after Thanksgiving, as we bring you state championship football from Memorial Stadium. Both teams back out on the field and ready to get it going here. Defense, the name of the game in the first half, Greg, and Dakota's defense was really remarkable.
Yeah, they did a great job. They have so much pressure between the tackles. It's hard to run between the tackles, but yet when you go outside, they have so much team speed that you can't have a hard time running outside. So I expect Coach Welter maybe to have some quick passes here.
Let's go downstairs to Mike Cleff.
By Jerry Lano, the Dakota head coach. And Jerry, the one thing you have to be encouraged most about your team is that defensively you're really winning the line of scrimmage, it appears.
Well, we're putting a lot of pressure on defensively, but we've got to get something moving offensively. They're doing a good job on defense, just like we're doing a good job on defense. I think it's going to be who wears out now.
And it's one of those things, too. It's gotten colder, it's gotten windier, and it's one of those things, hanging on to the ball in this type of a game is going to be critical in the second half, isn't it?
Well, turnovers in the playoff always hurt you more than a regular season, so I agree with you.
And Jerry, one more thing. What did you like most from what you saw from your team in the first half?
Well, the other team came down and scored on us right away, and in a playoff game, lots of teams will fold, but our team came back and hit harder.
All right, Jerry, thanks for talking to us. Best of luck second half.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is Jerry Lano, the head coach of the Dakota Indians. And Lee and Greg, no question about it, as he just said, they need to do something offensively in the second half if they want to win a Class 2A state championship. Back to you guys up in the booth.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot. Yeah, I guess Cullen Welter could probably say the same thing. The defenses have dominated here in the opening 2 quarters.
Yeah, it's fun. I wish I were in the locker room because it's an evenly played game the first half. I think it's going to be the coaching is going to make the difference in the second half. Who was in the locker room able to make the right adjustments to really to learn how either to block the defense or to get some guys open? I think it's going to be really a key here on how the coaches were able to coach up their kids at halftime and execute here in the second half. I think we're going to see some different things than we saw in the first half. We have to try some things that maybe we didn't see in the first half to overcome these great defenses on each side of the ball.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of blonde-haired kids on Dakota. Most all of them dyed their hair blonde. The coaches got in on that, the players. Jerry Lano says, I don't have a lot of hair left, and I don't want it falling out by me dyeing it. But you can see the team unity displayed by the Dakota Indians in their first ever trip to a state championship game here at Memorial Stadium. There's Chad Gakey, just a sophomore. Kind of looks like lead singer from Red Hot Chili Peppers there. I mean, that's a good look for him. Right. It's a good look for him. Maybe we'll do that next year.
I don't think so. But, that's a good point. The teams that make it this far have great team unity, and they're willing to forego any personal thing. They give up things. They'll do whatever it takes. No individuality. It's all a team thing. And that you could go through every single team from 1A to 8A, and you got great team unity. You don't get here unless you have that kind of unity on your team. And I wouldn't always say it has to be with crazy hair, but no, that's usually typical of, or it's typical of state championship caliber teams.
I just looked down at the last second there, but I think Aledo will kick off to start the second half, and Dakota will start with possession of the ball. And one thing Jerry Lano mentioned, Greg, which team will wear out. Dakota kind of takes this as a point of pride. They have 9 starters playing both ways, only 4 for Aledo. We'll see if that fatigue sets in. But a lot of these guys that play both ways are wrestlers, and that's a different breed, and they never wear out.
No, they don't wear out. So, for some reason, though, I think Aledo is well conditioned. You could see the way they play football. They're a well-coached team. I don't think it's going to be who's going to wear out here. I think it's going to be the big mistake. I think it's going to be either on a special teams play or someone's going to have a untimely turnover that's going to make the difference in this game.
All right, Tyler Cady is set to kick off for the Green Dragons, who lead it here 8-6 going into the third quarter. He will be kicking into that wind. Benedetto and Olson are back to receive, and it's short and covered at about the 34-yard line. Doffenbaugh.
It was Dakota's choice this half. They took the football to receive, and Coach Welter decided to take the win in the fourth quarter. He's going to go against the wind here in the third quarter, and so he will have the win in the fourth quarter.
Not unusual, and probably a smart choice by the coach. The handoff is to Wenger, and he has some room to run. Stumbles forward for about 9 yards on the first play of the third quarter.
Nice block by Tyler Olson on the lead block for his running mate. And that sprung Matt for a nice gain. Here it is. You'll see here. You'll see right there. Nice block by Olson, kicking out 44 there to get Wenger a free for a nice start to the half.
Give him 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 1, and that's the kind of yardage and distance that, or the down and distance that Dakota likes. Here's the pitch to Tyler Olson. Has a hole, but then he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And a good tackle there by Kane Thompson, tying him up and dropping him for a loss.
Kane Thompson has been a great addition to this team. You see here, Kane, he's got great speed. He's a junior. He was out most of the year with a separated shoulder. And when he came back this year, he gave their defense a great boost. Makes a great play here, bringing up 3rd and short. But Kane has been really a great energy back to this defense coming back after the regular season was over.
3rd and 2 for the Indians from their own 42-yard line. Gives to Wenger, and he fights through for a first down near the 45-yard line.
Nice effort there by Matt Wenger. He really didn't have much running room. Just lowered his shoulder and banged his way to get that first down. He's the kind of guy that will get you 1 or 2 when you need it, and he did so there and give them a first down.
All-state fullback Matt Wenger makes it 1st down and 10 Indians from the 45. Here's Tyler Olson, the first back through, and he leaps through for a gain of about 4. Tyler Olson, 145 yards and 4 touchdowns in the semifinal win against Auburn last week. And that was a team that had not allowed much Their defense was pretty strong, and Dakota lit them up. Here's Tyler Olson again, slips and then keeps his balance somehow and picks up a couple on that.
Had a brief opening there. If he doesn't slip, he's going to get a good 10 to 15-yard gain. Here's the play here. Fake to the first back winger, hand to Olson. He sees a nice hole there and just slips, unfortunately. But he does bring up 3rd and 4 for them. And this is the kind of football they like to play. 3 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards.
Ball at the Aledo 49-yard line. 3rd and 4 here in the 3rd quarter. Gakey in motion to the far side. Here's the handoff to Wenger. Steps back through and has plenty for the first down.
Nice cutback by Wenger. Nice job up front. The big guys up front just opened up a little bit of a hole, and Wenger makes a good cutback to get the first down. Nice opening drive here. Even if they don't get points, they're playing the field position game. If they punt, they'd still get Aledo backed up, so it's a nice opening drive here.
Jerry Lano calls Matt Wenger Mr. Football, and he has been that here today. Benedetto met at the line of scrimmage. Pick up maybe 1. Benedetto is the 3rd back, the 3rd option for Jerry Lano. 303 yards coming into this ball game.
Coach Lano's doing a good job mixing up the runs. You don't know if it's Olson, Wenger. There you see Benedetto. That's part of the strength of this kind of offense. You just don't know who is going to get the football.
2nd and 9. Gakey goes in motion. Pitch to Wenger. Steps through the gap. And a good gain there. Picks up about 8. He's finding a little bit more room to run here.
Yeah, they're going outside. They may have seen something at halftime to the right side. They're running almost everything to the right here early, and it's been successful. They've had 3 first downs now.
3rd and 2. Benedetto in motion this time. Wenger to the left, and he bowls his way forward and will be very close to first down yardage with 7:26 to go here in the 3rd.
That was the same play that Wenger scored on early in the game, just a dive left. They're going to take a timeout here for a measurement.
And we'll have to look it over. Wenger, a 5'11", 185-pound senior, and he has been fantastic here today on both sides of the ball. And it is a first down, Dakota, at the 32-yard line of Aledo. Aledo's led all the way. Dakota with the wind at their back, but
doesn't mean much for Dakota.
When you don't throw, it really doesn't matter, does it? Here's Olson coming around from the left side. Long way to go, and tripped up and brought down by Trevin Dunn after a pickup of a couple.
Again, they're running that right side. Here's a second back play to Olson. He's got good speed. Nice one-on-one tackle here by Dunn. If he doesn't get him, it's 6 points. But he executes here again. That fake to Wenger, good fake. Hand off to Olson. We've seen this play already in the game, and he picks up 5 yards.
He actually got 5 on that. 2nd and 5. Olson again. Same play, nothing doing that time. Lost a yard or 2.
Daniel Witt made a nice play from the inside at the defensive tackle position. He came and ran down the play from behind, and really that shows good athleticism there from an inside defensive tackle.
Matt Wenger with 55 yards on the afternoon. Will they go to him on 3rd and 7? They do. The pitch around the right side. Bowls his way, stays on his feet, and finally comes down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 14 and first down yardage for Matt Winger.
Excellent effort there. Again, working that right side. Here's the pitch to Winger. Makes a nice cut back. A lot of full speed bounces here. Almost goes. Gets down to the 15, 16-yard line. You get to see just how he runs with his shoulders down, keeps on chugging, and picks up a nice gain.
1st and 10 from the 16 now for the Indians. It's Winger again. And he picks up about 3. And one of the concerns for Cullen Welter coming into this ball game, Greg, was going against a team that runs right at you. They're not big, the Dragons aren't defensively, and he said a team running right at us might be a problem. And this is a team that runs right at you.
Well, I thought, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, in the first half they did a little too much. Dakota threw the ball more than I expected and really got themselves in that third long kind of situations. Here we haven't seen one pass. They're getting 3, 4, 5 yards a carry. This is what we expected to see, and I think what Cully feared.
2nd and 7. Winger around the left side this time. Stays on his feet, stiff arm, and he's met by several of his friends in green after he gets down to the 7-yard line, pickup of 6.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of drive. Here you see again the pitch to the left. He comes out and just keeps his feet, keeps those shoulders down. You basically tackle shoulder pads when you're going to tackle Winger. You don't get his body. He's always got that forward lean, and really he's been very successful today. Now he's over 70 yards on the day.
He has the lone touchdown for the Indians. 3rd and 1. Gets the carry again, and it'll just depend on the spot.
Looks like another. I'm gonna get. Here comes another measurement. No, they give it to him. All right.
Oh,
they gave it to him.
How about that? So it'll be 1st and goal for the Indians. By my count, this is the 16th play of this drive. Is that right? They've had the ball the entire 3rd quarter. Amazing. Here's the give to Tyler Olson. Pulls his way down inside the 5 to about the 2. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
The success of Winger now has really opened this up for Olson. You see now they fake the Winger, give the ball to Olson. That's the 3rd time we've seen the second back play on this drive, and it's been successful. Winger's success is now starting to open up Tyler Olson.
Second and goal from the 2. Gives to Winger. He's in. Touchdown, Dakota. On the 17th play of the drive.
Well, if you want to define Dakota offense, this is the kind of style and drive that defines what they are. 17 plays. Really, they had maybe 3 plays more than 8 yards in that whole drive. It was 4, 5 yards a carry all the way down into the end zone to take the lead 12-8. Now they're going for 2. Big play again.
Darren Olson keeps it himself. Great fake. He runs around the left side and he's in for the 2-point conversion. They set that up nicely, Greg. That was the play that Trevor Olson had run several times on that drive. Late in the drive, in motion around to the right side. Olson with a nice fake, and the Indians fans love it as they take the 14-8 lead on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, big play. They faked that little cross sweep to Olson, and then cousin Olson comes out and gets into the end zone. Matt Winger leading the play, just destroyed the corner. Got a pancake block, and Olson walks into the end zone. 14-8.
14-8 our score, 3:19 to go in the 3rd. Back after these local messages. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Champaign. Lee Hall, Greg Bradshaw, 2A state championship play as Darren Olson runs in the 2-point conversion and gives the Dakota Indians a 14-8 lead. 8 minutes and 41 seconds on that drive. Yeah. That's impressive.
Great offensive line play. Got to give credit to those guys up front as they move that ball down the field.
And it's Clark with it for Aledo. He brings it out to the 35 and down at the 36-yard line. Dennis Clark with the return, and Aledo will go to work into the wind. That's impressive. 17 plays, 66 yards, 8 minutes, 41 seconds. This will be the first play from scrimmage for Aledo now here in the third quarter, kind of opposite of what we saw earlier.
Yeah, the first quarter we had Aledo dominating the scoring, but Dakota came right back in the first quarter. Let's see now what Aledo does after they've just been scored upon.
Dunn is the first back through. Trevin Dunn gets a yard, perhaps.
So now it's Aledo's turn to answer the call after the opening statement from Dakota. Now we'll get to see the kind of adjustments that Coach Welter made at halftime.
Give Trevin Dunn a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 38-yard line. Adam Hines, the junior, under center. Here comes some pressure, picked up nicely. Oh, but picked off! Picked off by Paul Graybill. He's still on his feet at the 35 and brings it back to the 32-yard line. Paul Graybill, an interception last week against Auburn. He returns it 24 yards.
Great job as you're going to see here. The pressure come in. They bring the linebackers right here, right in the face. Number 87, Kirchner, comes in, really causes the underthrow from Hines. Graybill does a nice job picking it off, makes a cut here, gets another 10 yards off of that cut, giving Dakota great field position and an opportunity to start to open up the game a little bit.
Big challenge for the Aledo defense here and a big opportunity for Dakota. Wenger picks up about 2 up the middle.
We talked about at halftime that turnovers could be the difference. Big plays in the difference. We didn't think that they could get worn down, but you know, after that opening drive, this is huge here. You said it, Lee. How Aledo responds now in this tough time is critical to this game.
81 yards now for Matt Wenger. He had 130 in last week's win over Auburn. This is Olsen back to throw. Has a man, Kirchner, but it's over his outstretched fingertips. Kevin Kirchner was the intended receiver.
Kirchner wide open on this play. Great fake to Wenger. Olsen's back, really no pressure, just a little bit of pressure there, and he's wide open. It's a little too high out the outstretched hands of Kirchner.
3rd and 8 with 1:47 to go now here in the third quarter, and Dakota has had the ball the entire third quarter except for 2 plays. Backs in the eye this time. Pitches to Tyler Olsen. He's got room. Steps up inside the 20 and now down at the 18-yard line for Dakota first down after a pickup of 12.
Here's the pitch out here. They've run this 2 times now to the left. Just a toss sweep. Nice block there by Wenger. Tyler Olsen turns it up and does a nice job holding on to the football. They're trying to strip the ball there, but he does a good job holding on, giving Dakota first down on the 18-yard line.
Olsen now with 51 yards. 1st and 10 with 1:27 to go in the third, and good pursuit that time from the weak side by Cordell Gray as he brings Olsen down after a gain of not much.
Gray does a nice job. He's unblocked. He attacks across the line of scrimmage like a good defensive end would do, and he makes a tackle in the backfield for a no gain.
Cullen Welter may be going for a different wrinkle defensively that time. 2nd and 10, under a minute to go, third quarter. Olsen in motion, and Darren keeps it again this time. This is how they scored the 2-point conversion. He's down inside the 5, reaches across the goal line, but they'll say he's down at the 1. And that is the exact same play they got the 2-point conversion on, Greg.
Yeah, it was great execution again. Matt Wenger out leading the play. Here's the fake on the cross sweep to Olsen, and here he comes. You got Wenger out here. He's going to make a couple blocks here, and then watch this, just the effort trying to get in the end zone, just short. Great run by Darren Olsen.
17 yards for the senior quarterback, and it's 1st and goal for the Indians. Gakey in motion. The handoff is to Wenger up the middle. The Indians signal touchdown, but the guys in the striped shirts don't. Now they do. Touchdown, Dakota. With 17 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's all Dakota here in this third period.
Aledo hasn't had a chance to get anything going this first half. That opening drive of 8 minutes really turned the tide in this football game. And then obviously the turnover and now the quick points, and really it's been all Dakota this half.
Wenger with his 3rd touchdown carry of the afternoon. Now they go to the air, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Kurt Doffenbaugh, the 2-point PAT, and it's 20-8. Dakota with the lead with 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter of our 2A state championship game. Back after this on the IHSA TV network.
Christmas is just around the corner. Looking for a special gift or stocking stuffer? Then check out these 3 great books. Why Mascots Have Tails details how some of the great school nicknames came to be. Taylor Bell's Sweet Charlie, Dyke, Cassie, and Bobby Joe covers Illinois basketball history from the 1940s through the 90s. And Once There Were Giants chronicles the greatest March Madness story, Hebron's run to win the 1952 state basketball title. Check it all out at IHSA.org.
And we are back at Memorial Stadium. Lee Hall, Greg Bradshaw, Dakota, with 14 unanswered points here in the third quarter, has taken a 20-8 lead over Aledo. Tyler Olson will kick it off.
The Indian fans are giving us the tomahawk chop. They're fired up over there.
Clark with the return, still on his feet at the 40, 45, and now brought down at the 50. Graybill in on the tackle for Dakota. Great return that time by Dennis Clark, 35 yards.
Well, that's what they're going to need. They need to get some spark back, Aledo, and a big play like that might be what gets them going. They need a good offensive drive here. Coach Welter is looking for some positive yards, get some first downs, just to get some momentum back on their side.
8 seconds to go in the third. They'll have the wind at their back in the fourth, will the Dragons. Hines pitch to Allen. He's got room to run at the 45 and down at the 44-yard line. Pick up a 5, and that will end our third quarter. The Aledo Dragons trying to come back and make something happen here in the fourth quarter, back after these local messages. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Dakota, the 20-8 lead over Aledo. It's Dragons ball, 2nd and 4. And the Dragons jump offside. Cody Brown, those poor offensive linemen never hear their name until they make a mistake. That'll be a 5-yard walk-off. It'll be 2nd and 9
Dead
now.
ball foul. Encroachment. The offense.
It's a little bit of a feeling of deja vu for Aledo, isn't it?
We were here in 2002, and Aledo was down by 2 scores with less than 4 minutes to go, and they made a great comeback. I think one of the greatest in state championship history. Ended up winning in overtime against Carthage. Aledo won't quit. They're a great program, and here you see a great play up the sidelines. Nice job there.
David Beisinger.
These kids from Aledo won't quit, and there's no reason to turn that channel, because we're going to see a great finish here. Here's just a quick little fake inside and a quick screen out here. Great execution by the blocking. You can see those guys blocking there, and they get the first down after the penalty. And Aledo's moving the football.
David Beisinger with a pickup of 10. 1st and 10 now from the 38-yard line. Wishbone formation this time for Aledo. And the give is to Allen again. And he gets about 4 that time. Bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Allen needs to get the ball a little more. You can see he's got some explosiveness, and he can get a few more positive plays if they give him the ball a little bit more. He's got some speed, I think, that they can take advantage. Actually split him out here in the slot and look for them to get the ball to him.
Hines to throw. It's Kane Thompson with the completion, and just a pickup of a couple. Not a lot of room to run. Those Indians of Dakota are very quick in pursuit.
Yeah, not only are they just good athletically, they're also very sound fundamentally, and also they're just in the right places. You can tell they're well coached. They don't take a lot of gambles, and they just are in the right spots at the right time. Good coverage there on the rollout, and brings up a big play here now on 3rd and 4. Four down territory here.
You think so?
Yeah, 4 down territory. Yeah, they'll go for it if they don't make it here.
Hines back to throw, looking for Blazer, has him, and a first down at the 26-yard line.
Nice execution here. Adam Hines just takes a nice 3-step drop. Very simple, just a quick out here on the right. They've done this 100 times, 1,000 times probably in the summer, and it pays off here in the state championship. 5-yard gain, first down.
732 yards receiving this season for Darren Blazer coming into this ball game. Catch of the afternoon. 1st and 10 at the 26 for Aledo. Hines looking left, looking for Blazer, and it's picked off by Benedetto. We saw that earlier. Blazer had to break it up as be a defensive back as receiver, and that time he didn't get it done. And Jared Benedetto picks it off for Dakota.
Here's Hines, he pumps, and then he goes, they're trying an out and up in great coverage. Benedetto's right there, really kind of an underthrown ball. And unfortunately, he didn't get that ball up over top. Here it is, he needs to throw this ball to the sidelines, but you can see it kind of didn't come off his hand real good, kind of a wounded duck there. And unfortunately for Aledo, interception, but Dakota's fired up as they get the ball on the 2, going the other way.
Second interception of the day for Hines. Wenger keeps it on the ground and takes it out across the 5-yard line on 1st and 10 from the 2.
If you're Aledo here, you just got to keep your composure, play great defense, force them to punt into this wind, and you're going to get good field position. But they need to make a stop right here and not allow Dakota now to take this football out and get first downs and eat up that clock. There's about 10 minutes to go here in the game.
4 turnovers for Aledo, none for Dakota, and Mike Cleft talked to both coaches about hanging on to the football, and Aledo has thrown it away a couple of times and fumbled it a couple of times, and flags on the play.
Looks like it's going against Dakota here.
Dead ball foul, false start, and the offense ends.
Tony Gualdoni, Larry Pettit, Robert Spillman, Larry Giacconi, and James Collins are officials for today's 2A state championship football game. Half the distance to the goal line. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for Dakota.
Very critical opportunity here. Big opportunity for Aledo here to make this stop and make them punt with them backed up near their own end zone.
Here's the give to Wenger. Aledo got a hand on him in the backfield, but he bowls it out to about the 4, maybe the 5-yard line. Jerry Lano says this team has had expectations, very high expectations, since 4th grade. He calls the Indians his most focused team ever, and that's in 32 years of coaching.
Yeah. Well, you can see it in just the way they play football. They're very disciplined, and they do what you can tell they're well coached, and they do what they're coached to do. Big play here, 3rd and 8. Coach wants to be very careful here.
8 for 12 on 3rd down. The give is to Wenger, and he has a first down and more. Out to the 23-yard line, Matt Wenger. He's finally brought down by Cordell Gray. Pickup of 19 for Wenger.
That's really a backbreaker there. They had him 3rd and 8 in the shadow of their own end zone, and did just a great job up front on a little trap play. Wenger breaks it out and gives them breathing room and a huge first down.
And he's now over 100 yards. 20 carries, 106 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Matt Wenger.
And they're going to ride him right now. He's going to get a lot of carries. I see him and Olsen now will be getting the ball every play. We won't see the ball in the air now.
Wenger again met right at the line of scrimmage by Jacob Robinson and brought down. Might have lost a yard or two. Well, they'll give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by Robinson there. He's one of the captains on defense for Aledo, and that's the thing that they have to do now. Guys are going to have to step up and make big plays to give them an opportunity. They have to get the ball back here, give them an opportunity to get closer here, down 20-8.
183 yards on the ground for Dakota. 7:40 to go in this ball game. And now they give us to Tyler Olsen, rather. And not a lot there. The Dragons did a little bit better job of pursuit on this drive. Pickup of a couple for Tyler Olsen. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, Dakota continues to run to the right side where they've had success this whole half. And they tried the second back play to Olsen, and Aledo did a nice job of pursuing and making the play. Another critical 3rd down.
3rd and 8. Under 7 minutes to go now in the ball game. Darren Olsen hands it off. Wenger up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more. Still on his feet at the 50. And brought down finally at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 36 for Matt Wenger.
Here you see the same play that they ran last time on 3rd down in the shadow of the end zone. They run it again. He breaks out in the open, makes some great cuts here. And here, being a physical player, he sees a DB coming and he turns and lowers his shoulder and just gets an extra 4 or 5 yards. Here he continues good blocking downfield. Here he realizes he's going to get hit, so he turns and tries to deliver the blow to the DB. And nice pickup here. And really now they're have opportunity here to put the game away if they can get into the end zone.
Here's the handoff to Tyler Olsen. He doesn't get much. Tyler Olsen says about his teammate Matt Wenger, he's irreplaceable and brings this team together. And he has done that here today. 142 yards and counting for Jerry Lano's Dakota Indians.
Well, he's been a force on both sides of the ball. He's been a linebacker that's been making plays sideline to sideline on the defensive side, and obviously here on offense he is carrying the load for Dakota. Here we go again, the Aledo defense getting them in long yard situations, but they haven't been able to convert on 3rd down.
2nd and 10. Olsen tries that sneaker on the left side again, and it didn't fool Aledo this time. Cody Brown, the first guy there for Aledo, 6'1" senior.
They've tried this. They tried fake the cross sweep. They've been successful twice on this, but nothing doing this time. And Brown does a nice job staying home, and great help from the rest of his teammates, bringing up a 3rd and long situation. And again, this is where they've been the last 2 times in 3rd and long yardage, and Aledo has not been able to stop them on 3rd down.
There's Jerry Lano looking for his first state championship in 32 years of coaching. 3rd and 15. Wenger up the middle, still on his feet. It's back to about the original line of scrimmage. Give him 5.
Well, again on 3rd down, they ran the same play. They tried that little trap play that was so successful earlier in the drive on 3rd down. This time Aledo shuts it down, bringing up 4th down in a punting situation.
Winterhalter will punt into the wind. Blazer is back. Low line drive. Blazer will let it go, and oh my, this is so good. This is so good for Dakota. It stops at the 3-yard line. And that's where Aledo will take over. What an outstanding kick by Luke Winterhalter, 36 yards, and it stopped at the 3-yard line. 4:18 to go in this ball game. Dakota leading 28. Back after this on the IHSA TV network.
Athletic Director Dana Brenner, Assistant Athletic Director for Game Manager.
And we are back. And the Dakota band, letting them hear about it. They are liking this 20-8 with 4:18 to go in this ball game, similar to Aledo Carthage a couple of years ago, but different in some big ways too.
Well, I think this defense that they're facing this year really is going to be tough to come back on because of their team speed, but if any offense can do it, the Aledo's multiple offense can, and really the burden's now on Hines as he drops back.
From his own end zone. Looks deep, has a man. It's David Beisinger, and he has one man to beat. And he does! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! 97 yards. And we got ourselves a ball game. Adam Hines, but David Beisinger, no flags, 97-yard score, 20-14. And people thought you were crazy when you said they had a chance.
A great protection here. Really, the offensive line deserves the credit. They've been getting pressure on Hines all day. He's able to stand back there. And then look at him go. He's got just great speed. He had one man to beat. He had an angle, and he just outran him. What a great job by that offense. And Beisinger makes a great play and scores. Here's
Tyler
the extra
Katie,
point.
The extra point is good, 20-15. That 97-yard touchdown pass is a 2A state championship record. Kyle Tutt to Jordan Goldenstein back in 2003 as Iroquois West beat Carthage. And that one didn't last very long, 97 yards. Hines to David Beisinger.
What a great play. What a great, exciting
unbelievable.
Play.
Wow.
What a great play. It really was the first time Hines has been able to really sit back in the pocket today, look over at receivers and deliver a strike, and he did so, and Beisinger did a nice route and then just outran the defense for a touchdown. And as we mentioned, Aledo does not give up. They've been in this situation before. As we mentioned earlier, these kids were 8th graders when the Aledo squad won the state championship 3 years ago. And they're remembering. And I bet you the fans are remembering too. They were down, they thought it was over. And I remember Carthage and their fans thought it was a done deal, and they're celebrating. And wham, it's a quick strike, and the game is right back in the balance.
Well, and the thing you mentioned, as we mentioned, that's a 2A state championship record. It's a record in all state championship games, 97 yards. And that matches their entire offensive output of the game up until that point. That's what makes it big. A little pooch kick now from Katie. It's picked up at the 23-yard line by Tyler Olson, and he takes it 10 yards out to the 33. So now the Aledo defense has to step up here and find a way to stop Dakota.
That's right, and they do have 3 timeouts remaining with 3 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock, so it becomes now a battle of this running offense versus Aledo's defense, and we'll see what happens. Exciting football here at Memorial Stadium.
Aledo had 95 yards of total offense before that touchdown, which went 97. If our math is correct. Here's Benedetto out to the 40-yard line, pickup of 8.
Nice call. It's the first time we've seen that play all day. It's a little misdirection play, and it's a nice time to bring that out. But the playbook gets a nice gain at a critical point in this game. Obviously, the Aledo defense is keying on Wenger first, probably Olsen second, Benedetto the third option, gets a nice gain.
2nd and 4, the clock ticking, 3:25 to go in the ball game. Olsen hands off to Wenger. He spins and is very close to first down yardage at the 44-yard line. First down, Dakota.
Well, Dakota's got to like the opportunity that they have here. This has been their strength all year, being able to just grind the ball, use up clock, and get first downs. That's what their offense is designed to do. So they've got it in their hands right now. Their destiny is in their own hands, and they can go ahead and put this game away, just moving the chains and running out this clock. The Aledo's defense might have something to say about that.
Play clock at 2 when they get the snap off. Wenger gets a yard.
That's one of the advantages you have playing at Memorial Stadium. The quarterback can look at the play clock and know exactly how much time they got and run it right down to the very end. So we got
timeout now. With 2:48 to go. This is just that timeout charge to Aledo. There will be a rematch. Dakota and Aledo. Dakota, #1 wrestling team in the state. They have a match with Aledo in December.
Do they really?
That's fact. So they will see each other again in the not too distant future.
Well, I don't know who wrestles 171, but whoever is has got to face Mr. Wenger, and I don't think he's already won the state twice.
Yes.
I don't know if I'd like to wrestle that. I might either gain a lot of weight that week or maybe have to. I can't wrestle this week, Coach. I'm too heavy, or the other way around. I want to wrestle down. But been very impressive on the football field, and he's equally impressive on the wrestling mat.
Matched his season high. He had 3 touchdowns against Eastland Pearl City in week 2. And he has 3 touchdowns here today with 153 yards, and that's the highest total we've seen from him this year. Not saying that's a season high, but of the stats we saw, that's the best.
He's probably going to be getting the ball, him or Olsen, right here. You want to put it in the arms of your best players at this critical point in your season.
2nd and 8. The pitch is to Wenger. He goes outside this time. And he's got a first down, all right. Gain of 12 for Matt Wenger.
Here's the play right here, just this little toss sweep again to the right side, which has been so successful for him all half. Makes a good cut. Nice hit by Thompson, holds on to the football and gets a first down. You know, really at this point now with 2:30 to go in the game, Aledo's got to really take some chances here and bring everybody up to the line of scrimmage and really just give them the pass, because they just have to attack.
2:20 to go. Out of the wishbone this time. Tyler Olsen met at the line of scrimmage and brought down there.
Timeout, good timeout. They're not wasting any time. Coach Welter. Now, you know, the new rule is coaches from the sideline can call timeouts, so coach is almost a participant. So he's out there calling the timeout immediately, doing a nice job.
And Cullen Welter in a huddle with his players just to the right of our picture there. And there's Jerry Lano with the play sticking out of his back pocket, walking down the sideline out of picture now. A couple of outstanding coaches here, and you look at Jerry Lano's career, 32 years as a head coach. That's something.
It's a milestone. To have 200 victories. Well, first of all, just to coach 32 years is a big accomplishment. But then you add in that he's had over 200 victories in his career in Minnesota and in Illinois. That's a great career. And this is obviously the highlight of his career, being in the state championship. Now having an opportunity here to put it away. If his team could just probably get one more first down, he'll walk away with the state championship. But there's 11 guys in green that are trying to keep him away from that right now on that defensive side. And offense that's hungry on the sidelines. Adam Hines and company ready to come out there. I'm sure they know what they want to do if they get that opportunity.
Aledo down to their final timeout. 2:14 to go now on 2nd and 10 for the Indians with a 20-15 lead. Pitches to Wenger, runs into a blocker, and then tries to turn it up north and south, and is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Another quick timeout from Aledo. Looks like they got an injured player. He's okay. Another nice quick timeout, not wasting any time from Aledo. And we've got 3rd and 10. And an offense hungry to get on the field from Aledo.
2:06 to go in this one. There you look at the rushing numbers for Dakota. And the majority of those passing yards, 97 of them, came on the play from Hines to Beisinger. What a rush for Dakota, huh? 235 yards a day. Here's some of the numbers they put up this year. 314 yards against Lena Winslow in the regular season. 373 yards last week against Auburn. And earlier this year against Stockton, they put up 410 yards on the ground.
Yeah, they know how to rush the football. And really that's a testament to that. Those guys up front, we don't talk about their names really, but those guys have been blocking hard all day. We talk a lot about Wenger, we talking about Olsen, but the guys up front, Winterhalter and Nicholas and Houghton and Garrett and Young, those guys have opened up holes for those guys. And now we've got both crowds standing up on their feet, and we're ready for the big third down play here.
Aledo now out of timeouts. Yeah, one of those linemen, Luke Winterhalter, was an all-conference running back last year for Dakota. He moved to the line to help this team. Very selfless act, and it helped get them to the state championship. Wenger nowhere to go. Jacob Robinson, Cody Brown there on the tackle, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, it looks like here, barring a turnover or anything, that Aledo is going to get the ball with about 1:20 to go with no timeouts and probably 80 or so yards to go for a touchdown. We're going to see their 2-minute offense.
They went 97
That's
yards
right.
in 14 seconds. That's
right.
no hill for a climber, right?
That's right. It can be done. They've proved it. The key here is a good snap from the center to make them, just to be able to punt it, to make them go the length of the field.
Winterhalter catches and kicks. And it'll go out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. The official walks it up the sideline to the 22. And the Dragons crowd is on its feet, and so is this sideline. The Dragons are fired up.
This is great football, to have an opportunity in the state championship game, 1:19 on the clock, no timeouts, a passing offense going against a great defense. This is what it's all about. This is why you tuned in.
You thought we'd see a great game, and we have seen that. 1:19 to go for Adam Hines and the Green Dragons offense. Looks to the far sideline. Beisinger with the catch and out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:15 to go. He's out at about the 29-yard line, pickup of 7.
Coach Lano has decided to really only rush 3 and to drop everyone back. All game they've been bringing pressure on Hines. Now they've decided that they're going to play defensive coverage. I don't know if that's wise. We'll see. But really, that they're giving him an opportunity now to look over the whole field and have time to throw.
2nd and 3 for Aledo. Snap, Hines off his hands. He picks it up and now throws it out of bounds with 1:10 to go.
You could see even with that poor snap there, he had plenty of time. There was no pressure around Hines. Here it is. Here's the low snap. And you see they're doing a good job blocking now because they're only rushing, the higher they're rushing 4, he's got time to be able to throw that ball out of bounds.
That's that old prevent defense that usually prevents the defense from winning. We'll see how it works here for Dakota.
Looks like they might bring a blitz here. Wenger's kind of sneaking up like he's going to come.
3rd and 3. Beisinger is the man in motion. He caught the 97-yard touchdown run.
They blitzed here.
Hines scrambles to his left. He has a man, Blazer. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A pickup of 9, and that'll be a first down with 1:05 to go.
Nice, smart call here for Welter. They run out. They roll to the left. Good ball. Delivers it right on the money. Gets out of bounds. Dakota did come. Wenger came from the outside. They brought 2 linebackers that time. But with the rollout to the left, they avoided the rush. They got a nice 12-yard gain for a first down.
1:05 to go. 1st and 10 now for Aledo, trailing here by 5. They have to get it into the end zone. Hines rolls to his right. Has a man. Trevin Dunn is open, but he one-hops it to him. Dunn was open, and Hines just couldn't get it to him. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 59 seconds to play.
They went no backs that time, and they had 3 wide receivers out to the right. They had, like you said, Dunn open. Just didn't deliver the ball, but nothing hurt. 2nd down. The clock has stopped. And they have about now, 62 yards to go for the state championship in the 2A finals here.
Hines in the shotgun. It's passed down from one generation to the next. He's been tutored by Brett Lee, who was on the 98 state championship. Lee was tutored by Andy Frye, another former quarterback. They pass it on from one generation to the next at Aledo, and that is complete for a gain of about 4, but the clock continues to roll with 47 seconds to play. No timeouts left for Aledo.
Yeah, they threw a screen to Kane Thompson, and they got him before he got to the first down.
Flag. Ball's complete to Blazer. He's out at the 50-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. And 36 seconds left.
Looks like it's going to be a legal procedure, I think, against Aledo here. Yep, a legal procedure against Aledo. I don't know if they had enough men on the line of scrimmage. Costly penalty. They had the first down. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. But they didn't have enough men lined up on the line of scrimmage.
There's Cullen Welter talking it over with Adam Hines. Took over as a starter in week 5 as a sophomore last season. The junior trying to lead his Aledo team to glory. Cullen Welter's Aledo squad's 3-0 in state championship games coming into this one. Trying to stay perfect. Got to go 64 yards now. 34 seconds to go. Hines across the middle to Blazer. It's complete, and he's down at the 46-yard line, and the clock will stop on the first down.
29 seconds to go. Great execution there. Great catch from Blazer. Nice throw by Hines. Now he's got to make some plays, and they have to get out of bounds or stop the clock.
27 seconds left. Hines throws to the far sideline now. Blazer, they say he's inbounds. They say he was tackled inbounds with 17 seconds to go.
Fought to the sidelines. They call him inbounds.
They're going to have to really hurry here. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Had trouble with the snap and couldn't spike it immediately, and the clock ticks down to 4 seconds. That was a crucial call.
Yeah,
his upper body was out of bounds.
It was so close.
But his knee perhaps was inbound.
Yeah, it was the call by the referee right in front of the Dakota sidelines and really cost them about 3 additional plays most likely. Now it comes down to 1 play really. They've got to go to the end zone from the 38-yard line. This is it. 1 play to determine who's going to be our 2A state champion in 2005.
Ball at the 38. Adam Hines in the shotgun. 4 receivers for the Dragons. Trailing 20-15. It's all or nothing for Aledo. Hines steps up, throws deep, and it's knocked down by Dakota. The Indians hold on, and they win their first state championship. (20-15) the final score. Aledo gave it all they had to use their timeouts to even have a chance, and that ended up costing them the ability to make a couple of more throws at it. And Dakota wins 20-15. That 3rd quarter was the key, Greg.
You know, it was a great football game. Dakota did what they needed to do. Coming out of the halftime, they made some great adjustments. Really found some opportunities on the right side of Dakota, and they executed well and did just enough to win here this year for the 2A state championship. Congratulations to the Dakota Indians. And Aledo, great effort because they gave it everything they had and had an opportunity.
Mike Cleff is with Jerry Lano.
All right, thank you, Lee. Thank you, Greg. Jerry Lano, first of all, congratulations. You knelt down at the end of the game. I can't imagine what's going through your mind right now.
Oh, I've waited so long. This community deserves it, and this football players deserve it. It's just the most fantastic feeling in the whole world.
Jerry, not only did you win, but you won in a great way in a great football game.
It was so much fun. The kids just loved it. I had so much fun. A close game, great team against Aledo. It was just great fun.
How long were the last 4 seconds?
Oh, God. I just finally caught my breath.
Jerry, you coached a long time. You coached very well, 32 years. I know you've had a lot of special players. How special are these guys that you coached to your first ever state title?
I'm telling you, this is the greatest group of kids I've ever worked with, the hardest working group of kids, and they never quit. Never quit. They sold me more than I sold them.
Jerry, so many guys on your team stepped up, but we've got to start with Matt Wenger. I mean, the state saw today how good this guy is. You see him on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you just sit there and go, wow.
You'll never meet a guy more competitive than him. He wants to win at everything.
Matt Wenger is right over here. Hey, Matt, how you doing? We'll bring you in here. Matt Wenger, congratulations. You were out celebrating here, understandably so. What does this feel like?
Hey, it's an awesome feeling. We work so hard for this. We've been working for 4 years for this, and it's great for Coach. He's been coaching 32 years, and we finally got him one.
Matt, you are the Country Insurance Player of the Game, deservedly so. And Matt, first of all, the last play of the game. Obviously, you don't want the ball to go to the end zone, but was it an eternity with that ball hanging up there?
Right, I was going to knock that sucker down or intercept it. I didn't know where the receiver was, but I was going after the ball.
Matt, you held on at the end of the game, but I thought your drive opening the third quarter, 17 plays, 8+ minutes, and then you come back and you get the pick right after that. That really seemed to put the game in your favor.
Yeah, we came out, we knew we drove it down the field and scored. Our defense was tough enough we could hold them.
Matt, knowing you're going to brag on your line, both offensively and defensively. No disrespect to you, but I thought that was another big part why you guys won.
They're the reason why we're 14-0. Our line is just the best line in two-way, hands down.
Matt Winger, you are one super player. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
All right. Matt Winger, the Dakota Indians, the Country Insurance Player of the Game. And Lee and Greg, what more can you say? I think he's going to go sell popcorn now to start the rest of the night because he's done everything else. He is incredible player on an incredible team. Back to you guys.
All right, Mike, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day for Matt Winger, our Country Insurance Player of the Game. And now our Illinois Army National Guard Defensive Play of the Game. Well, it came down to the last play of the game, and that is our Illinois Army National Guard Defensive Play of the Game as the Dragons made quite a comeback and had this throw in the air. And Winger was there. He was there all day, wasn't he, Greg?
Yeah.
Offense, defense. He was around the ball. He's got quite a nose for the ball, doesn't he?
He was. We talked about him at the beginning of the game being the key, that he really embodied the personality of this team. Toughness, quickness, willing to hit and do the little things, the extra 4 after the first hit when you're carrying it. And he really showed that today. And really the team kind of got on his shoulders here second half and rode him to victory. And congratulations to Matt Winger and his teammates. Great effort today.
And congratulations also to Cullen Welter and the Aledo Dragons, second place here in 2005. Their team captains up on the podium there, and a tough way for them to go out. They're I believe half of their starters come back next year.
Yeah, they'll be back again. It wouldn't be surprising if they are, and they showed a lot of perseverance today. They really, second half, they didn't have any rhythm at all. They were fortunate to be in the game, but with the big play that they made on offense and just enough on defense to give their team an opportunity. Even though they probably got dominated in the second half, they had a chance, and that's what they do. They're going to hang around and give themselves a chance to win the game, and they did. And unfortunately for them, it fell a little bit short.
And it was amazing, and you called it perfectly. With 4.5 minutes to go a couple of years ago, Aledo came back and won after trailing by a couple of touchdowns. And I'm sure a lot of folks thought, oh yeah, this guy is trying to get us to keep watching. He's blowing sunshine at us. But a 97-yard state record completion from Hines to Beisinger got them right back in this game, and they had a legitimate chance to win this ball game.
Yeah, they did, and the key play in that last drive was when I don't remember who it was, if it was Beisinger tried to get out of bounds and didn't get out of bounds with about 15 seconds to go. It would have gave them like 3 plays for the end zone instead of 1, and really it was, I can't tell, but they made the call that he was in bounds, and that gave really just one last gasp for Aledo that fell short.
And that was a great shot. We talked about them dyeing their hair blonde and the team unity, and you could see it in that last shot there. Nothing but blonde-headed guys down there. A lot of the parents have gone along with that, and the assistant coaches as well. 4 Aledo turnovers today, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles, and the Indians were the recipients of 4 turnovers last week in their win over Auburn. And Jerry Lano, who is a great deer hunter, he says he's had too many deer to count down through the years. His quote was, "I'd rather have those turnovers than shoot a deer." Now that means a lot from a deer hunter, I got to tell you.
That's
and
right.
he got the same kind of production from his defense here today.
Yeah, they aren't gifts. Aledo didn't give them. This Dakota defense created those turnovers. They were getting pressure on Hines all day. That's forced the interceptions. They were hitting hard and forcing the fumbles. So it's created turnovers. They weren't just handed that ball by Aledo. They created those things. And again, I really was impressed with Dakota's defense all game, and that was really the difference, that they were able to make the big plays when they needed it.
Anytime you make a state championship game in any sport, it's a successful season. And Mike Cleff is with Cullen Welter.
Lee and Greg, thank you very much. And Cullen Welter, the Aledo head coach, gracious to join us. And this is his daughter, Kiara, and his son, Tyus, right there. And Cullen, first of all, one thing about your team, you know it, they never give up. And the thing about the Green Dragons, you guys really had one terrific rally. And it was just a case of, who knows, a couple more plays and who knows, but your guys never quit.
Yeah, that's why I'm so proud of these kids. I thought maybe we were going to pull another miracle out there for a second, and unfortunately we weren't able to. But give credit to Dakota. They played a good game, and I'm proud of my kids.
Cully, maybe I'm saying the obvious, but the beginning of the second half, they get the ball going, that 8+ minute drive. You guys get the ball right back, and a pick happens. How much of a game-changing situation was that in your eyes?
Well, you talked about it right before halftime. Turnovers might be the difference in this game. Certainly those hurt us. We really never got our offense on track the way it's been going the last 13 weeks of the season, and Dakota had a very fine defense, but certainly they got the momentum there in the second half.
Cully, I know you guys are going to be back here again. You guys get second in the state, and you mentioned you're proud of your kids, and this has been a great season once again for the Green Dragons.
It really has. We've been fortunate to win 3 state titles. To get a runner-up is not shabby by any means. Like I said, I'm proud of my kids. They worked hard, and second place isn't too bad.
Cully, congratulations, and thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right. Cullen Welter, the Aledo head coach, very classy and gracious for joining us. Lee and Greg, 2 for 2 so far as great games go. Terrific efforts by all 4 schools so far. Back to you guys in the booth.
Mike, I think you ought to see if Cully's daughter will loan you that dragon hat. I kind of like that. Yeah. That'd be a good look for you.
Okay.
I might see if I can borrow that for sideline work tomorrow.
All right. I'll look into that.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
You betcha.
Dakota, the 20-15 win here over Aledo in our 2A state championship game. Freeport-Acwin, the 1A state champs, and Dakota joins them as 2A champs. 3A football coming your way just a little bit here, so stay with us here from Memorial Stadium. We'll be back with more after these local messages.